let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Xena, thank you so much for stopping back in. Yeah, definitely pop in whenever you're not busy at work, but thank you for lurking in the background. I appreciate it. And Power, my man, you subbed for a second month. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. Before we get going too much, thank you so much for bearing with me this last week where I was a little on the sick side. Feeling a lot better, but the cough is still lingering, probably will for a while. But while I was sick, we had like 6 people follow the channel. So Duty Calls, Madman, Flame Singer, Lone Strider, Mad4Dog, and Rajicus. Thank you all for taking the time to follow the Twitch channel. I really appreciate it. Any Hoosers, Power, you've been doing the whole sub thing for 2 months now. 2 months. Do you want like a mech warrior? You want somebody to call your own? I can't promise they won't die instantly. You know, like the last one. Or who would you like? We got. Do you want a nice green pilot who might survive for a while? Or do you want one of our veteran pilots? Dying would be an honor. Well, you want one of our green pilots, a regular or a veteran? Or what kind of a veteran? All right, why don't we put you into... Ooh, you want to be... you want to pilot the Marauder? How about this one? How do you feel about Frederick Rosnes? Let's do it. All right. So, Frederick Rosnes, you are... Hold on. We will edit the person. You are no longer uptight. You are now... Parastragon. All right. Whoops. Misspelled it. Ruh-roh. No good. No good. Edit. CRGON. All right. I spelled it right. Right? Yes. Good. All right, my man. You are piloting a Marauder. You are currently a 3-3 pilot with 2 edge. Frederick could sell shorts on an ice world and still walk away with a profit. He weaves half-truths, dodges direct answers, and always has an excuse ready. Because if you can talk your way out of trouble, why bother telling the truth? Frederick has no guilt, no regrets, and no shame. He lies, cheats, and takes whatever he pleases, laughs at anyone who expects remorse, and in his mind, the only crime is getting caught. All right, my man. So, with that, yeah. You know what? That's totally fair. Totally fair. I used to sell kayaks. Oh no. We had a dark secret revealed. But it was a prisoner. Who cares? Okay, cool. With that, we are still on our pirate mission. And the only thing we have to do is somehow get our victory points back up to above 2. I still have no idea how we got to -1 victory point, but whatever. That, or we need to knock the enemy's morale all the way down, which I don't think will be too hard. But with all of that being said, let's take a look. What was going on with you? Oh, bruised organs. Right. Let's go ahead and repair some things. Now, Power, I didn't see the new interview. No, I'm going to use advanced scouting starting in the next contract. So I'll turn it on with the next contract. I don't want to turn on in the middle of a contract. feel like I need, let's take a look at our admins here. So we've, I feel like we have enough HR admins. All of these dudes, let's change you to logistics. Yeah, that'll still leave us with plenty, absolutely plenty. And also, let's go ahead and change you guys to command. And that should be just fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Interesting. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So if you want to shoot me a link, I would appreciate it. I haven't seen it yet. Don't think we'll be able to repair a whole bunch of stuff for a while. Oh, we got a new assassination. And it's a turning point. This is good. All right, so we've got our allies, we've got the enemy, we've got the VIP, who is in an SRM carrier. And this is a precision strike inside an active war zone. The enemy dominates the field, but we are not here for a prolonged engagement. We are here for a kill mission. Your primary objective is to assassinate a high-value target before they can escape. This individual is critical to the enemy's war effort, and their elimination will shift the balance in our favor. We expect fierce but contained battle. Your forces will be operating behind enemy lines deep within hostile territory. Extraction is not a priority. The enemy will retain control of the battlefield when the dust settles. Your task is to neutralize the VIP. No other considerations are of value. Your employer is dispatching a force to assist with this objective. Great. So all we have to do is destroy an SRM carrier, which should be fine. Shouldn't be too bad. And that is in 3 days. You know what? I'm going to take a second to finally fix this because it's bothering me. So special, all of my stuff will be like this. And let's go ahead. We'll do this. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, and let's make all of these dudes browns. Okay, so next up, and force icon. Don't worry, this will only take a second. Or a few, but it won't take long. So this will be a battalion. Then log section. This will be a company. Where's my truck? There we go. Force icon, copy. Paste. Where? There. Yeah, we'll just keep that the way it is. And then for you, there it is. There we go. Okay, that makes me feel better. And now we can go forth and prosper. Go one more day. And why don't we go ahead? We'll just go ahead and deploy Alpha. And let's see what happens. We won't control the field, so no salvage is necessary. And then we wait. And wait and wait and wait. Well, I hope everybody out there has been finding the new tutorials helpful in some way. It is a little challenging at times trying to find ways to break down all of the different topics to talk about, because where do you start, where do you end? I should really look. Moderate rain, light hail. Okay, that's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and hop on in. Okay. And there they are. Oops. Hopefully, we can just put a couple of rounds into this SRM carrier and just not worry about anything. All right, which one of these is the one? You are the one, but you're out of range. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Probably 2 turns before we can really effectively fire on that SRM carrier, but we'll see. All right, let's see what we got here. So, still out of range for the SRM carrier, unfortunately. I'll put a couple of rounds at an archer, I guess. Well, we managed to hit the archer with one of the ERP PCs into the left torso. The quick draw missed on that Drillson. Enemy Griffin firing at the stalker missed. The Drillson hit our allied stalker with some dead fires, doing 5 to the left leg and 3 to the right leg. Otherwise, not a whole lot to speak of. We win initiative, which is great. All right, maybe finally. All right. We got shots. Not with everybody, but with somebody at least. Not quite. All right, so the awesome hits with one of the ERP PCs into the SRM carrier. It's got 2 armor remaining on that front. The Vindicator missed. The Crusader misses. Griffin misses. Marauder misses. Enemy Archer firing at the Stalker hits with 16 LRMs. The Drillson hits our Guillotine with 3 Deadfire LRMs, doing a total of 6 to the center torso. The Guillotine missed the Drillson. The Partisan missed because it shot out of range. Okay. Then the Crusader missed. The Stalker took greater than 20 damage, so it takes a tumble after failing a piloting roll. Good job, Slick. Awesome is at 7 heat, but that's okay. Well, the Stalker managed to get up. Good for him. This one, right? Yes, this one. 1, 2. Yeah, I think we got to stick with just the 2. Should be fine, though. And then the Vindicator can also send some love. Now you're in range. Okay. Very good. Everybody can send presents. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I like what that's looking like. All right, the Cataphract hits the drill with some stuff. The Awesome destroys the SRM carrier, and that is our mission. Oh, buddy. Oh, oh. Lots of bad things happen to this poor little SRM carrier. The Archer does manage to hit power with what, a total of 6 swarm missiles, doing 5 to the right torso and 1 to the center torso. The Drillson puts a Deadfire SRM into the center torso rear of power, and then that's about it. All right. And that, as they say, is that. Coming out on top, which I am perfectly fine with. All that matters, we kill the SRM. All right, now we have a convoy interdiction. Isn't that nice? An enemy convoy is on the move. Your orders are simple. Hit them hard and stop at least 50% of their forces from reaching the far edge of the engagement zone. This is a direct strike, not a prolonged engagement. Destroy or cripple the convoy units with no regard for salvage or escort interference. Speed and overwhelming firepower are your greatest assets. There is no need to concern yourself with minimizing damage or securing the spoils. We do not have the luxury of holding the field, and enemy reinforcements will arrive quickly. Do not waste time engaging the escorts unless necessary. Focus all efforts on neutralizing the convoy itself. Once the job is done, withdraw immediately. No distractions, no delays, no mercy. Execute the raid, cripple their supply line, and get out before the enemy can counterattack. They have offboard field artillery. Isn't that fun? Hello. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. And a lot of that is just infantry. Just infantry. Because why not? All of the infantry. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Kind of thinking that we bring the Recon Lance and Bravo Lance into this just to see if we can get rid of all of those infantry nice and quick. I think that might be the way to go here. This is on the 8th. So let's go ahead and we'll deploy Bravo. And how are we doing? We've got 4 support points. So Recon Lance. Oh. I think we're okay to just do that. Yeah, we're fine. So if you guys didn't know, the maneuver combat roll, you're supposed to get an increased chance of your success on reinforcements, because what's supposed to happen is when it rolls for reinforcements, where's it at? There it is. It's supposed to roll twice. So like here we rolled an 11 versus the 3. It's supposed to roll twice if you have a maneuver lance, but it's currently bugged with 50.11, and so it'll report or it'll just repeat the same roll a second time. And so if you roll an 11, it'll roll a second 11, or it'll just give you another 11. And so if you roll a 2, you just get a second 2. So it doesn't help. It doesn't change anything. So they need to do a little bit of a fix on that, but it's not going to be a huge deal. But if you're wondering why maneuver forces aren't working the way you want them to, that might be part of it. All right, let's go ahead and hop on in. We're not going to control the field, so we don't need to worry about salvage. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, you did? Oh, good. All right. Oh, no. I do not feel like running with Moonless Night, so we are not going to. I hope. Daylight. I like Daylight. Daylight is good. Daylight is much more gooders. Oh, man, if we have to come in from the south, that's going to be annoying. I forgot to check the bot behavior to make sure that they're going to try to run from north to south. But if they start running off the north side of the map, then I'll just kill this game and we'll start again. We'll just do that. So most of my recon pilots are not good pilots. They're actually pretty terrible. But hopefully, what I'm hoping yeah, if they all start running off the north side of the map, then we're gonna get out and we're gonna set the fleet location correctly, because that means that the fleet location is not set correctly. We'll just do that. No, don't do that. Ah, I understand. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's just a nice, easy 15 to hit. No big deal. No big deal. So it's a 10 or a 12. It's annoying. I think we'll take the 10s onto the maximum. Maybe we can immobilize the maxim. Okay, so the Orion hits the Karnov in the rotor. It's down to 1 armor there. Warhammer firing at the maximum miss. The Cataphract firing at the heavy tracked APC hits with the ERPPC into the front, and then the longbow hits the left side. The Grasshopper firing at the Karnov missed, unfortunately. So the Karnov's probably going to fly off next turn. Okay. So Karnov actually took some damage from blowing sand, took 1 more damage to the rotor. It's down to 0 armor, and then also took some damage to the front. We win initiative, which is pretty neat. Then we'll see where their artillery lands. So all my light mechs, all I'm doing is I'm trying to get them set up so that whenever the infantry does end up disgorging out of, wherever, yeah, don't turn on ice. Don't do that. But whenever it does end up unloading all of its infantry, hopefully they can just respond and go and provide some education for the infantry. Give presents, one might say. So I'm not going to worry about the Karnov. It's going to fly off. It's going to do its thing. I can't stop it, but I just have to stop 50% of all of this stuff. So I have to destroy 8 things. And standing in front of a Maxim is not my idea of a good time. But it's what I'm going to do. This Cataphract takes a little bit of damage to the left torso from artillery. I don't think anybody's going to be able to do anything here. Oh. 12 to hit. Sure, why not? So the Warhammer, why don't we go ahead do a few things with this. We'll see about that heavy tracked APC. I think that'll be fine. Grasshopper, mayhaps. Hmm. All right, let's see what happens here. So the Locust missed. Warhammer firing at the maximum hits with a medium laser to the front. Small laser hits the left side, immobilizing the vehicle. Machine gun hits the front, again immobilizing it. But we miss with everything else except for one more machine gun. Maxim missed with everything, thankfully. The Orion misses with everything. Ouch. The Grasshopper also misses with everything. And the Cataphract misses with everything. Oh my goodness. This is going to take a while if we're going to shoot like this. Okay, so we at least kicked the Maxim, which is neat. Karnov took a little bit more blowing sand damage, but it's not going to matter. We win initiative. All right, we'll keep the other two lights chilling for right now. We'll move the Orion up so that it can hopefully kick that APC. And then the Grasshopper. I don't know which one I actually wanted to deal with. I think we'll do that for right now. Hopefully it doesn't get bogged down in the tundra. The Cataphract should be able to at least go there. All right. Artillery doesn't hit us anywhere, which is nice. Oh, snap. They just dropped the foot platoon. Oop, don't aim. Hodor. Don't aim. Just shoot him. All right. And then from there, All right. Hopefully we can finally at least immobilize some of these things. Shoot. All right. You're firing at the wheeled APC. So heavy APC it is. So the longbow hits with an LRM-5, one missile into the Warhammer, doing 1 damage to the right leg. The Hermes missed with the flamer, but hits with both the medium lasers into the Maxim, one into the right side, one into the rear. Heavy tracked APC puts a machine gun into the Grasshopper's right arm. The Locust puts 2 machine guns into that platoon, dropping it from 28 all the way down to 10 men alive. Whew, nice. Then a medium laser into the turret of the Maxim. The Spider puts 2 medium lasers into the Maxim, both into the right side. And then the Locust, for the win, puts a medium laser into the front of the Maxim, destroying the front and destroying the Maxim. The wheeled APC puts a machine gun into the Grasshopper's left torso. The tracked APC puts a machine gun into the Orion's left leg. Then the Orion puts a medium laser into the rear of the heavy tracked APC, but missed with everything else. That's not very nice. Heavy wheeled APC missed with on the Warhammer. The Warhammer firing at the heavy wheeled APC puts a medium laser into the front and 2 SRMs into it, doing 2 to the front and another 2 to the front. Stabilizer was destroyed, but missed with everything else. The Cataphract firing at the APC hits with a pulse laser into the left side, but misses with the ER pulse, misses with the other medium pulse, and then hits with the longbow into the rear. And it's down to 0 armor. Lastly, the Grasshopper firing at the heavy wheeled APC puts a medium laser into the rear, immobilizing it. Another medium laser into the left side, but missed with the ER large. The Streak goes in, puts 2 to the left side and 2 to the rear. Again, immobilizing the vehicle. Man, this is a lot more of a slog than I was hoping it would be. All right, so the Hermes steps on some infantry, kills 2 of them. The Locust steps on some more infantry, killing 2 of them. The Orion kicks an APC, destroying it after taking out its entire left side. Then the Grasshopper steps on an APC, destroying that as well. And the foot platoon is killed in the process. Okay, good. We're making progress. We are making progress. So they are down to... We have destroyed 5. We need to destroy 3 more. Oh, no, hold on. We've destroyed 4. We need to destroy 4 more because 1 ran away. But 2 more should be imminently dying. Yeah, don't turn on ice. That's a bad idea. Oh, good. We had some reinforcements come in. It's annoying. All right. Hopefully we don't get bogged down here. Which we didn't, which is pretty great. Oh, but we did it there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So if I can destroy at least some of the stuff here where we are right now, then we'll be in a good spot. Yeah, I have a feeling that this locust is about to have a bad day. Oh no, the spider doesn't have a machine gun. Oops. Well, might as well just shoot at the APC. Yeah, that was fairly predictable. All right, so the Ossaul firing at the Locust missed. The Hermes lights up that foot platoon with a flamer and just kills them. Really bad. Does bad things. The Ossaul firing at the Grasshopper missed, which also we need to destroy 3 more things. The Locust wasn't that platoon already dead? No, that was a different one. Okay, so that's another platoon down. 2 more things left to kill. The longbow hits the Locust with 9 Deadfire LRMs, doing 5 to the left leg, another 5 to the left leg, 5 to the left arm, and then 3 to the left torso. Heavy tracked APC puts a machine gun into the Orion center torso. The Spider missed with everything. The heavy tracked APC Put a machine gun into the Cataphract's left arm. The Locust missed with everything. The heavy-wheeled APC. Oh, no, we are leaving the Locust behind. That is very unfortunate. The left leg is taking on the Locust. The Orion puts 2 SRMs into the heavy tracked APC, doing 2 to the left side and 2 to the rear, but misses with the AC-10. The Warhammer puts a medium laser into the left side and a small laser into the left side, as well as a machine gun into the front. The foot platoon does 2 damage to the Hermes' right arm. The Cataphract destroys the heavy tracked APC as well as the foot platoon that was inside of it. So that gets us to our 8, and then the heavy wheeled APC also goes bye-bye. Well, that is everything we needed. So let's get out of here. And we are going to be leaving a Locust behind because it doesn't have a leg. Oh, good. Another heavy APC went down. No, and yes, and save. All right, good. So we destroyed 10 out of the required 8, which is pretty good. Enemy controls the field. We lost the Locust completely because it lost the leg. The pilot took a hit. We'll see how bad that was, but fortunately, they weren't captured. We salvaged the pilot. And otherwise, mission success. All right, applesauce. What happened to you? Applesauce broke their left femur. Ouch. Not so ideal. 1 second. Okay. Well, not my best showing, but not the worst either. Fortunately, I think that we have... Oh, no, we don't have any other really lights to replace that, unfortunately. What do we have down here? We've got a Phoenix Hawk that we could use. There's also the Raven. It's a Firestarter that's for sale, but probably not right now. All right, let's go ahead and get some repairs underway. I mean, the Chameleon would be a good replacement as soon as we get those jump jets replaced. Oh, good. The battle for Luthien just took place. Ruh-roh. Oh, I need to deploy one more unit. Well, let's go ahead. I mean, we can put that chameleon out there. Either the panther or the chameleon, honestly. I don't really care that you're missing a hand actuator. All right, let's put you into a panther. And then you can go into our recon lance. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. Hopefully we just get to the end of this month and then we are routing the enemy and we just don't have to worry about anything, which would be pretty great. Oh, good. Minerva improved their mech piloting. We are improving the maintenance of some of our units, or the quality of some of our units, which is great. Stinger goes from E to F. We finally caught up on our backlog of crap to order. Oh, good. All right, let's see what tomorrow brings. The enemy is in full retreat, suffering devastating losses and scattered. They pose no significant threat and are incapable of organized counterattack. You have completely broken the Op4. Ally Command will resolve any objectives at their leisure, though failed objectives will still count against you. The contract will end tomorrow. If the contract was successful, any outstanding payments will be rendered. That is what I was hoping for. All right, good deal. They are completely routed. Hold on. Okay, cool. Is that for the Panther? No, of course it isn't. Okay, so we'll go to tomorrow. We'll see what they offer us. Getting 75% off on all of this is A-okay with me, even if I don't need all of it. Because we will be getting a nice little payday here in just a second. Because now we go to our briefing room, we can see end date is 4/2, which is the day that it is today. We succeeded on all of our strategic objectives, with the exception of keeping campaign victory points above 2, which honestly doesn't matter because we just routed them. So, complete mission. Success. Yeah, no, we'll ignore them. They'll pay us 1.782 million for their prisoners. Why, yes, I will take them. Thank you. Okay, and everybody gets a participation award. And everybody else gets another participation award. And then Minerva got 6 pilot kills, as well as 24 lance kills in a mission. Uh, Sharptooth got 9 pilot kills in a mission, as well as 24 lance kills. Power, you got 24 lance kills in a mission. Hellbore got 24 lance kills. Spooky got 24 lance kills. And then Mahari Eberbagalum. We need to get this dude a call sign. I think he's earned it. He got 6 pilot kills, though. And then Echo Flare also got 6 pilot kills. Outstanding. And then more participation awards. And that is that. That was a nice little payday because we just went from, I think, 32 million to 48 million. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, we were at 37.8 and now we are at 48.2. That is pretty nice. So our standing with the Capella Confederation increased. We are now 3.25, but we are still politically insignificant. And then our standing with the Mercenary Review and Bonding Commission increased by 3.25. And so we are still C. Cool. Let's go ahead and take a look-see here. All right. Cool. This is pretty great. So with all of that being said and done, I think that we probably need to take a little bit of time. First of all, just so I don't forget, campaign options. Let's increase the difficulty just a little bit here. And digital GM, enable advanced scouting. So if you are currently playing in a campaign where you do not have advanced scouting, you're wondering what's going to happen. When you enable advanced scouting and you hit apply settings, it's going to ask if you want to randomly gift 25% of your combat personnel some free scouting skills at level 1. Say yes. You want to say yes. Accept. Great. Now 25% of the people are going to have some kind of a scouting skill so that you're not just completely SOL. Which we can see right here. Now, those might not be the people that you wanted to have a scouting skill, but they will have a scouting skill of some flavor. So, anyways, it's been a little over an hour since I started streaming. I'm going to take a quick, probably about 2 to 3 minute break, grab a snack, grab a glass of water, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. Thank you for holding on. It's always nice to be able to get that little snack in, a little bit of water, kind of rejuvenate or revitalize. Now then, where are we? So we're on Deacus. We. Okay. It's not a bad place to be. So, for those of you wondering, no, I am not going to go off hunting for the clans right now. I would get decimated. That would be a bad idea. I would die. A lot. A lot of dead. I'm not down for that right now. I'm not down for the deadness. I will one day go hunting down the clans because that'll be a great payday. But today is not that day. So Deacus has no hiring hall. It's a moderately advanced world, low industrialization. This is not a place I want to be. Okay. I could just go to Selendor, which would not be a... My cat just lost its mind. So Selendor wouldn't be a terrible place. What about Castrovia? Castrovia would probably be even better. How? That's 2 jumps. That would cost us 8 million to get there versus 4.5. Now, it wouldn't actually end up costing us that much because we're going to mothball everything and it's not going to be a big deal. But 19 days to get there versus 34 days to get there, that means we're going to miss an entire hiring cycle getting to Castrovia. I mean, really, we need probably 3 to 6 months just to kind of stand down, refit, do a few other things, and then be able to keep on going. So it's not the end of the world. I think it might be the better option. But I'm feeling, we'll just go to Sendalor. It'll be fine. So take us about 20 days to get there. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and begin transit, confirm. We'll go ahead and mothball everything. Now it costs us 3.2 million, which is better. So 20 days to get there, which will be fine. Just out of curiosity, there's a stinger. Nothing I'm seeing that's really too terribly exciting, honestly. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll advance 20 days. Actually, we'll advance 19 days. All right. Baby was born, which is exciting. And we spend a whole bunch of time jumping, and we are now half a day away. So, landfall. Inoculate everybody. Get your vaccines, kids. Okay, and then all of the things have arrived. So, with that, let's go ahead and spend a little bit of time repairing the things. And we're still just waiting on cockpits for all of this crap. Now, let's do a little bit of personnel work here. So this dude... So yes, I know I could do quick train. I actually am not a huge fan of the changes that were made most recently to update the quick train function, because it automatically tries to train up not only gunnery and piloting, but also if you have leadership, strategy, things like that, it'll also try to train those up. And I don't necessarily want to train those up. And so I'd rather take control and do this all on my own. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do some piloting. There we go. You're not going to have enough. I don't think you're going to have enough. Because you probably need 40 and 40. Yeah. You might have enough, though. Okay, so you are currently... Oh, Power, you're a 3-3. You're about to be a 2-3 pilot. Congratulations, my man. Boop. Didn't even know, but now you're a 2-3 pilot. All right, we could make... We can make Hellbore a 2-4 pilot or a 3-3 pilot. I think the only natural thing to do is to make her a 2-4 pilot. Just to, because we can. Yes, I'm going to do exactly that. Okay, so we now have a 2-4 pilot there. Echo Flare is currently at 3-4. Why don't we also make you a 2-4? Just for funsies. And then Striker is going to be a 2-3 pilot now. Oh, this is exciting. All right, Sharptooth. I think I'm going to save up XP. And I think I'm going to save up XP for Sharptooth to get... I want to get Range Master long range. And we're less than 20 XP away from there. But I think I want to get long range Master just to... I mean, I think that's going to go great with the awesome. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then let's take a look at some stuff in here. So the longbow we'll hold on to because it's anti-aircraft more than anything else. The champion, I don't actually like the champion at all. So I'm going to look at selling some of these because I just don't need this many mechs right now. The Hatchet Man. I also can probably get rid of this guy, but... Now, do I want to... I think we might go ahead and upgrade this Stalker to the Jameson. Oh, but I don't know if I can get the Streak SRM6s. Never mind. Now the Ostrak, I know I want to upgrade this bad boy. Because, which one is it? Is it the 2CB? 2D. I think I would rather take the 2D. And then if we use a refit kit, 7. I can take a 7 or a 6. Yeah, we can definitely take a 6 to refit this bad boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and refit the Ostrak. I don't think it'll take too terribly long. Yow. So 25 days to refit, not too bad once the refit kit arrives, which will take a few months. That's okay. Then the Rifleman. I do want to go ahead and also get probably both Riflemen if I can updated to no. Yes. The Ultra AC 5s with large lasers and medium lasers. Why, yes, please. Okay, we'll do that. And then let's also, last but not least, get the Warhammer updated here. You know, since we're going wild and crazy. Okay, so 7A or is it the 7K that I want? Oh, definitely. Ooh, or the 7S. I think we'll go ahead and do the 7S. It'll take a little bit longer, but it won't be too bad. Okay, cool. So now we've got 3 different mechs that we are currently refitting, which is pretty great. No, not very exciting to watch, but it's a necessary evil. But we'll work on getting all of that stuff done. Let's jump on over into our techs because I'm sure that somebody here we can do something with. So mechanic, can we do things with you? Your administration can go up. Okay, we'll hold off for right now because we don't need his administration to go up necessarily right now. Can you do things? No. Yes. Great. Yeah, not anybody else can. Yeah, everybody else is kind of stuck. Doc, can you get anything? Nope. All right, let's see what kind of madness just happened. Okay. All right. Nothing too crazy happened there, which is nice. Oh, Echo Flare got pain resistance too. Nice. That is awesome. Now, hey, wait a second. I had a mech warrior who was a veteran who didn't have. It was you. Randomize call sign. Onyx sounds great. Good talk, bud. So I think when we're looking at contracts this next time, I think that we're going to want probably like a garrison duty or something just nice and chill to kind of get our feet, continue getting our feet back under us. Especially after, we got rocked during that objective raid a couple of contracts ago. Yeah, so it's going to take us a few months before we ever get any of those refits done. Now, vehicle crews, why don't we go ahead and just quick train those? Okay, good deal. Good deal. There's all that fun stuff. And then for our soldiers, same kind of a deal. All right, good. Good, good, good. Now let's go ahead and for my mech warriors, let's take a look at all the scouting skills. So utility, scouting. Oof. Okay. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 7 people who have any kind of a scouting skill, which is not ideal. And 2 of them are my officers, which means they're definitely a lot better. All right. Next question. who is already in the scout or recon lance? Okay, cool. And you have 20, which means congratulations, new skill, utility, and tracking. Who else is in a recon lance? Okay, perfect. Kind of a bummer that you were about to get stuff elsewhere, but that's okay. New skill, utility, sensor operations, and I think we'll be able to go ahead and go up a little bit there, which is great. Okay. So that means that everybody in a scout or a recon lance. Oh, wait, nope. Nope, those two don't. So those two assigned to a unit, none. This dude can now be assigned as a pilot to a Stinger and assigned as a pilot to, the Phoenix Hawk. There we go. You were in the Spider, but now you're not. So anybody above there. Why don't we just go ahead and we'll give you utility, communications, and then you can get into the Panther. Congratulations. There we go. And for this guy, can I increase your piloting at all? Absolutely not. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah, we really need to increase this guy's piloting by 1. Just 1. 1 would be fine. But that's okay. I might just have to deal with only having 7 scouting mechs for a little bit. Victor Trebuchet Thunderbolt. Okay. and thunderbolts. There it is. Yeah, that's a bumski. That's okay. We will get it figured out. We will definitely get it figured out. Let's go ahead and advance a couple of days here, though. Oh, good. The prime mover showed up. Isn't that nice? Tanks. There you are. Oh, good. Good, good, good. When did I get the Jagger? And I think I need crews. Oh yeah, I definitely need crews. Okay. The dump truck needs 2. And then the prime mover will need 3. Okay. Prime mover. And the dump truck. All right, and then these 2 we can hold on. So I'm going to split up, the forces just a little bit because I only want to bring what I have to whenever the mission calls for having logistics. Whoops. Okay. Uh-oh. Change force type, convoy. And then force type, convoy. Okay. There we go. So now it'll grab one or both as needed. And we can add unit, tank, dump truck. I don't remember. Did I order bombs? Yes. They're in transit. Except for the ones that I already have here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we should be good to go there. How am I doing on aerospace? I have the 1. Okay. Sounds good. So we will do that. Nah. Whoops. Okay, where did Bravo go? There's Bravo. You're an augmented company. Okay. We'll do that, and it'll be great. Okay. Okay. Whew. This stream very well might turn into just like a lot of housekeeping, which probably is not the most exciting thing to watch. So I am sorry, but it's part of what it is. Do I just go ahead and order the mask? That way it's done. Yeah. And let's see what happens. Okay. Nobody wants to leave, which is great. And people get some experience, which is cool. A bunch of people get experience. Let's take a look at the personnel market. See if we got some folks. Let's go ahead and grab, because I only have the one Aerotech, right? Yeah, I only have the one Aerotech. And I want to actually take him off of HR duty, because I need him to focus on doing Aerotech things. But let's go ahead and grab another Aerotech just to make sure that we have somebody as a backup. And we'll also grab another backup doctor. Grab 3 medics. I'm tempted to grab some more mech warriors just to continue trying to train them up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and grab the ground crews. And then we'll need some extra soldiers as well. Okay. All right, cool. And assign driver, recovery vehicle. Great. Assign driver, recovery vehicle. All right, and that should get us all of those working the way they're supposed to. Yes. Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and get our recovery vehicles added in. Let's take a look at the unit market here. See what we got going on. Nothing too exciting, honestly, in terms of mechs. There's an Atlas, which is fine. Let's take a look at vehicles. Again, not a whole lot that's actually that exciting. There's another Battletech recovery vehicle and a heavy one, but I don't necessarily want more of those. I would rather have the engineering vehicles, personally. For aerospace, this is more exciting. You know, the Gothas are nice, but my goodness, are they expensive. The Thrush isn't bad, but you sneeze and it goes down. The Transit is tempting. It's tempting. Because that AC-20 will hurt. But I'll hold off for right now because I don't know exactly how long I'll be just chilling. Just to take a look. Yeah, there's one garrison duty, which would not be ideal anyways. Yeah, it's actually 80% battle loss compensation would be nice, but I'm not doing it for 10% exchange. Absolutely not. No way. So let's go ahead and we're going to fast forward 10 days. Because all that we're missing is some work being done. And things arriving. I don't think... Oh, but we did get some cockpits. So why don't we go ahead and get all of that done. And let's see. All right, so the Ostrak is done and good to go, which is very exciting. And we replaced one cockpit, but the rifleman, we failed to replace it. All right, cool. So there's that. Let's go ahead and fast forward another 10 days here so we can get to the end of the month. One more. Nobody wants to leave, which is pretty great. Some more people get some vocational experience, which is also nice. All right, let's look at the personnel market. So we've got a couple of aerospace pilots. We'll go ahead and grab them just so that we have them around. I don't think we need any more mech techs. I think we have plenty. Go ahead and buff up on soldiers. We'll grab the ground crews. That's about it. In terms of hiring, this place kind of sucks. I probably should have gone to the other planet, but hindsight is 2020. I think some people advanced and I missed it. So let's go ahead and get some promotions done. Actually, those dudes should have been sergeants. Oops. It's fine. I'll get it figured out. So I'm just going through updating ranks, things like that, making sure everybody's at least roughly the right rank. Make sure they're getting paid appropriately, essentially. Whoops. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Cool. There we go. Okay. All right. This is good. This is very good. Now we just need to essentially go forward by about a month. Unit market. Is there anything here that I really care about? Probably not. Because I am just burning through the money. Oh, good. We have an engineering vehicle, but nope, not the good one. Ooh, we got some artillery that if we wanted, we could get it. We're going to hold off right now, though. So let's go ahead and go forward by another month. Time for another employee turnover check. Thankfully, nobody wants to leave. A little more vocational XP. Personnel market. Yeah, we'll ignore that aerotech. And those doctors. Go ahead and grab soldiers. Oh, look, there's a torturer. Isn't that nice? Oh, we got 1,000 from our connections. That's nice. But then we lost 25,000 because of their extravagant lifestyle. Okay, so we got some more recovery vehicles. How much longer on the refit kits to arrive? Actually, shouldn't be a lot longer. So we're going to give it about another month. And then we'll probably start actually looking for contracts. This should have given us enough downtime to be able to rest, refit, do all those things. Okay, so we've at least started doing the refits, which is great. Okay. Let's give it 5 days. Boop. All right, cool. We successfully refitted the rifleman. And then we need another 17 days. No, not 175. No. 17 will be plenty. And one more day. And great. Warhammer is also done with this refit. So we are 100% done with our refit. Contract market. Let's see what we got. So we've got a recon raid. Absolutely not. Do not want to do this, especially for a 70% exchange. And then 0. No, absolutely not. A planetary assault going against green forces wouldn't be horrible. This wouldn't be terrible. 60% straight support. It wouldn't be terrible. I really do want a more chill contract to kind of get back into it. Also to work on training up those mech warriors. We've got a nice core of about 1.5 good lances, but if we're going to try to go against the clans, we need more than that. We need a lot more than that. We need funding to be able to refit more of our mechs, and we need good pilots. So we're going to give it about 6 days. Okay. And let's see how lucky we got. All right. But before we do that, of course, naturally, a regular mech warrior. Yes, we will take you. Regular mech tech. Sure, we'll go ahead and take you. Go ahead and grab all the soldiers and then all the vehicle ground. Okay, great. That is just fine. Good, good, good. Contract market. What do we got? Oh, we got a cadre duty. That is fantastic. Enemy is regular, though, which will probably be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Right. 30% salvage rates, not ideal. Not ideal at all. And 14 million credits over 13 months, also not ideal. Oh, man. This one wouldn't be bad. Oh, do I want to go back into a planetary? No, I really don't. I really, really don't. I think cadre duty, even though this is not the best in the world, like these terms suck a lot. Yeah, no, we're waiting another month. Just going to wait another month, see what contracts we get, and we'll try it again. Oh, man. Now, those terms are not bad. Do I want to do more pirate hunting? It wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad. It's not what I was hoping for, but it wouldn't be bad either. I think that we could swing this. And 60% salvage is kind of nice. I think I might take this one. Do I have? There's 5, 9. Like 18 is going to be a bit rough. I'd really like to not do that. So do I risk it for another month and hope for like a cadre duty or something like that? Because those terms aren't terrible. Okay, let's try another month. Eventually, I'm just going to have to take a contract, whether I want to or not, because right now we're just losing money. But also, fortunately, once I finally do take another contract, if I'm able to train up some of those pilots and I'm able to have another successful contract and everything else, then I'll start getting paid more, which would be pretty great. Should be very neat. Okay. All right. Cadre duty, 80% salvage, 100% straight support. Yes. Yes. This, unfortunately, the enemy is elite. So that's not ideal. But hopefully it goes fine. I hope. Okay. Well, I already know I don't want the champion, so we're going to sell the champion. I don't want the hatchet man, so we're going to go ahead and sell the hatchet man. Everybody else, I do want to hold on to for right now. So the guillotine, we are going to go ahead and remove from the TONE. We'll remove the Marauder. We'll remove the Crusader. The Warhammer can stay right there. I don't want this Grasshopper in. Okay, great. Mech Warriors. Huh. I could have sworn you were a regular pilot. And then you became a veteran. Neat. All right. So we're going to put this person under our protection. And then we are going to make you a warrant 3. Actually, one other thing. You guys should be warrant 4s now. My bad. Okay, so let's put you. What does this do? Oh. Let's give you the Ostrak. Let's go ahead and give you the Good Rifleman. We're going to give you the Good Grasshopper. And then let's go from there. All right, and then we will add our last 2 mechs into her. And this is going to be an auxiliary. Do I have any of my other? Nope. Okay, great. Okay, well, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We're going to go ahead and mothball all of these bad boys. Okay, that's all mothballed. That's great. The Marauder will keep unmothballed for right now, just for funsies. And then contract market, cadre duty. Here's the hoping. I am really hoping that going against elite forces does not come back to bite me in the butt. It's very possible that it might, though. Okay, so it's 56 days to Bernardo. Let's see. You are now 12 away from being able to get Range Master, which I am so excited about. So very excited about. How far are you from? Okay, you're 10 away from increasing your piloting. Great. Okay. Now, for those who have that's the start of the scouting, right? No, that's the start of the scouting. Oh, perfect. Good deal. Oops. Nope. Who was it? You had 16. Okay. Cool beans. So let's go ahead and advance 56 days. 55. Always be safe. Whoop, bro. Okay, perfect. Oh, good. Winter holidays. More winter holidays. Yay. All right. Did anything interesting happen? People got vocational XP, relived the Battle of Luthien. Nothing. Some people gambled. There were personality breaks. Ooh, I might have messed up on one thing. Ammo. Do I have Ultra AC5 ammo? Oh, I don't. Oh, no. I done messed up. Oops. I knew I was forgetting something. All right. Well, go ahead and get about 40 of those. And hope for the best. All right, inoculate everybody. Let's go ahead and jump on over to our briefing room. And oh, good. Good, good, good. Isn't this exciting? So this will be auxiliary. Isn't that great? So we're going to make Charlie and Bravo into our cadre. Oops. Hmm. Ah, that's what I did. Oops. No, wrong button. All right, assign as a grasshopper. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen. Okay. Go ahead and activate this as well, just to make sure that we are good to go. And then in our briefing room, we've got 8 for cadre. We've got 2 on patrol. We're going to go ahead and assign you to maneuver. Yeah, frontline. We'll assign you to frontline. It's fine. And go from there. Now, let's take a look at the weight of our recon lances. So it's a total of 100 tons. So you're 30, 30, 20, and 20. So that's good. And then you are 45, 20, and 35. Ideally, I need to get this Phoenix Hawk swapped out for something lighter, like this Firestarter, for example. All right. Where is that Phoenix Hawk? There it is. So the reason why I'm swapping out the Phoenix Hawk is because having all of your mechs be 35 tons or lighter gives you a couple of advantages when it comes to scouting the map. All right, here's to hoping. All right, and we already have our first scenario, a deep raid defense. And it's a crisis, naturally. So we have some attached allies, which is pretty neat. as well as an allied dropship. The enemy has launched a deep strike behind our lines, targeting one of our dropships before it can take off. This is a calculated assault meant to cripple our logistics and deny us any critical mobility. Your mission is to defend the dropship until it can launch or eliminate at least 50% of the attacking force to force their retreat. Expect long-range bombardment. The enemy is likely to deploy artillery strikes to weaken our defenses before engaging directly. You must counter their firepower while maintaining a strong perimeter around the dropship. Close the distance where possible, neutralizing their artillery assets and preventing them from overwhelming our position before liftoff. We will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, ensuring access to salvage and preventing any lingering enemy forces from regrouping. Hold the line, protect the dropship, and make the enemy pay dearly for their incursion. A force of trainees will deploy alongside us. A force of trainees will deploy alongside us. Okay, cool. Sounds. Oh dear. Huh. Mistakes were made. Many mistakes were made. So they are all 2-3 pilots, with the exception of their 1-1-2 pilot. They are bringing a Shadowhawk, a Phoenix Hawk 1K, a Phoenix Hawk 1, a Warhammer, a Vedette, a Wolverine, another Shadowhawk, another Vedette, a Vulcan, and a Flashman. I am not sure about this contract. I am not even a little sure about this contract. I might end up bailing on this contract. And that will be bad. Let's see here. Aerospace. Where are you at? There you are. Select bombs. Okay. No bigs. No big deal. Let's just, not die? I hope. Oof. Okay, cool. Yeah. Assigned unit, none. Okay. Well, we'll go forward today, and then we'll go forward another day, and we'll see what happens. Yay, Happy New Year. All right, enemy forces are unchanged. It's a draw. Enemy is gaining momentum, making coordinated strikes, and allied forces are falling back. The enemy is beginning to dominate key areas of the battlefield. They are advancing. I am so very concerned. All right, let's see what happens. We will control the field, so we will throw in our recovery folks. Okay, let's see what happens. So they're coming in from the north. We're coming in from the south. And it's a field of mud. Great. Okay, well, the nice thing is that I'll at least be controlling the attached units for whatever that's worth. Come on. Okay. So regardless, I have to close the distance, unfortunately. Um, I do have the advantage with like the Warhammer, as well as partially with the Cataphract of having some range advantage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to really help me out too much. What I'm actually hoping to be able to do is to bring in my fighter, and then hopefully they're still clustered up like this, and just drop a pile of cluster bombs on them. I don't know, man. So the Overlord puts a PPC into the Shadowhawk's right arm, another PPC into that right torso. AC5 missed and LRM missed. And that's all the fire for that poor little dropship. Their Warhammer puts PPC into the left side of the Overlord. Wolverine hits with an AC5 flak, not really doing a whole lot, but 3 damage. The Vulcan hits with an AC2. Shadowhawk stays standing after making a piloting roll. So normally, I feel like you'd want to drop your bombs on the thing that's hardest to kill, which would be like the Flashman. And I might still do that. Hold on. Oh, hold on 1 second, folks. 1 second. I'm really hoping that I wasn't muted for the last like 45 minutes because I might have been. And if I was, I'm really sorry about that. That would have been a big oops. But then I blame my Twitch chat for not telling me so. So, let's see here. Where was I? There I was. Okay. Not a whole lot to do from the ground forces because they can't see a whole lot. No. Oh. I just skipped. There's no way to undo that. I accidentally just skipped my fighter. I might restart this game just because of that. You can judge me however you want to. I'm going to restart this because I did not mean to skip that. Yep. Because nothing's really happened yet. So, nope. Judge me however you want. Okay, great. Close enough to being similar. This actually is a much worse board for me. All right, remember, friends, when you have something that you know you want to have fire and you want to skip everything else, fire with them first so you don't forget. Not a whole lot to do here because we're out of range. So if the Vedette hits the Overlord in the aft of the AC-5, the other Vedette misses. Enemy Warhammer hits with both of its PPCs, one going to the left side, one going to the aft. Wolverine missed. The Vulcan fires an AC-2 into the left side. Shadowhawk hits with the flak AC-5 with 3 fragments into the nose. The Overlord puts PPC into the Vedette's front and a PPC into the turret of the Vedette. Miss with the large lasers, miss the AC5, miss the LRM. Because their crew is not very good. Yeah, bots are the best. Zenith, I hope that work is going well. You haven't missed too much, just a lot of housekeeping. Okay, and so we win initiative. We'll go ahead and hoping for the best. We'll start out there. Let's just make sure we're facing the right way. A Succession Wars board game conversion. I honestly don't know what you mean. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes. The interwebs is always laggy when you don't want it to be. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and put a link in. I won't take a look at it right now, but I'll try to take a look at it after the stream. Oh, it won't let you put the link in. You can give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can figure some stuff out. Stand by. Hold on. Wait for it. Oh. Okay, there you go. Try it again. Well, shoot. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, there you go. Okay. This time I am not going to forget. So we are going to target there. Yes, it is. It is aerospace stuff. It's the aerospace stuffs. Mostly because I took a contract I definitely should not have taken. Going against elite forces, not my smartest move. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. But it's fine. I'm just going to sit here and panic a little bit and drop bombs from a high altitude and hope that they land somewhere adjacent to where I want them to. Okay. So the Vedette hits the Overlord on the left side with an AC5. The Overlord hits the Phoenix Hawk with a large laser, critting on the gyro after getting a crit on the center torso. It's a through armor crit. The Vedette then hits with an AC5, doing 2 damage to the nose. The Stingray drops a couple of bombs, and they both scatter off the map, unfortunately. But that's okay. Yes. Oh, absolutely. The flashbang puts 2 large lasers into the Overlord, doing 8 damage to the nose and 8 damage to the left side. Then the Warhammer puts 2 PPCs into the Overlord, 1 into the right side, 1 into the nose. Our Cataphract missed. The Wolverine puts 4 fragments of AC5 into the aft. The Phoenix Hawk puts a large laser into the aft. The Shadow Hawk puts some AC5 and 4 LRM missiles into the left side. And then the enemy Shadowhawk missed. Yeah, there were a lot of decisions made tonight, and I'm having a lot of regrets, but it's okay. It's fine. We might not succeed on this contract, and that's fine. Thanks, man. Take it easy. Well, that's no fun. All right. Well, the Vedette hits the left side of the Overlord yet again. Our Cataphract missed. The other Vedette hits with some more AC5 flak into the left side. The Flashman puts a large laser into the right side. Warhammer puts 2 PPCs in, one into the aft, one into the left side. Wolverine puts 3 fragments into the left side. Phoenix Hawk puts a large laser into the nose. The Vulcan shoots an AC2 at the Stingray. Not nice. Then the Shadowhawk puts some flak into the left side, as well as 1 dead fire missile into the left side. The Overlord missed with both the PPCs, puts a large laser into the right torso of the Phoenix Hawk, and missed with everything else, and the Shadowhawk missed. And we lost the initiative. Let's see here. What's my altitude? Hold on, I want to look something up really quick. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, why not? You only live once, right? I'm sure there's probably a reason why I shouldn't do exactly what I just did. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to hope for the best. Okay, so the Overlord hits the Phoenix Hawk with the PPC into the left arm, then another PPC into the left leg. A large laser goes into the Vulcan's right leg, and a large laser misses the Vulcan. Medium laser into the Vulcan's left arm, medium laser into the center torso of the Vulcan, and then a medium laser into the left leg of the Vulcan. The Vedette puts an AC-5 into the Overlord. Okay, and dive bombs. So yeah, an HE bomb hits the intended hex, doing 10 damage to the Shadowhawk, 5 to the center torso, 5 to the right leg, and then another 10 damage to the Shadowhawk, doing 5 to the rear center torso, 5 to the right torso rear. HE bomb missed. Then HE bomb hits, doing 10 damage to the left arm and 5 damage to the left arm, 5 damage to the rear right torso. Then cluster bomb hits. Yeah, does 5 damage to the left arm of the Shadowhawk and 5 damage to the center torso rear of the Wolverine, and 5 damage to the left leg of the Flashman, and 5 damage to the turret of the Vedette, and 5 damage to the rear center torso of the Shadowhawk, and 5 damage to the Wolverine's left arm, and 5 damage to the left leg of the Flashman, and 5 damage to the front of the Vedette, 5 damage to the right arm of the Shadowhawk, 5 damage to the rear torso right of the Wolverine, critting with no effect, 5 damage to the rear right torso of the Flashman, 5 damage to the front of the Vedette, 5 damage to the center torso of the Shadowhawk, 5 damage to the left leg of the Wolverine, 5 damage to the left arm of the Flashman, and 5 damage to the left side of the Vedette. I should have dropped more bombs. Those jerks. Then the Vedette does 3 damage to the aft of the Overlord. The Flashman hits with a large laser into the aft and a large laser into the left side. Warhammer missed with a PPC. Wolverine missed with his AC-5. Phoenix Hawk firing at the Stingray missed. The other Phoenix Hawk firing a large laser hits the left side of the Overlord. Vulcan fires a medium laser into the left side of the Overlord, and a flamer hits the nose. Shadowhawk puts 2 fragments into the left side and one Deadfire LRM into the left side. Then lastly, the Shadowhawk misses. Phoenix Hawk took greater than 20 damage, falls down, does 5 damage to the center torso. And then the Shadowhawk took 40 damage, but stays standing. Wolverine took 20 damage and falls over. Takes 5 damage to center torso and 1 damage to the left leg. The Flashman took 20 damage and also falls down. Takes 5 damage to the right torso and then another 3 damage to the right torso. And that is it. That was exciting. Okay, cool. Could have gone better, but could have definitely gone worse. The Vulcan kicks the dropship. We win initiative, which is pretty neat. So I need to gain some altitude. That'll work. Hmm. That's unfortunate. Hmm. Well, this is not quite ideal, but also, oh my goodness, why are you carrying tandem charge? It could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. Okay, we're not going to worry about doing anything with our Stingray. Yeah, should be about everything there. So the Vedette puts an AC5 into the left side. The other Vedette misses. Our Cataphract missed with everything. The Flashman puts a large laser into the nose. Warhammer puts PPC into the nose and PPC into the aft. The Wolverine missed. The Phoenix Hawk puts a large laser into the left side, then a medium laser to the left side, medium laser into the left side, and a machine gun to the right side for good measure. The other Phoenix Hawk puts a large laser into the left side. Our Phoenix Hawk misses with everything. The Vulcan puts a medium laser into the aft, machine gun into the left side, AC2 to the left side, and a flamer into the left side. Their Shadowhawk puts 3 fragments of AC5 into the left side. Then their other Shadowhawk puts an AC5 into the right side. The Overlord puts PPC into the front of the Vedette. It's down to 0 armor. Missed with the other PPC. Large laser into the center torso of the Vulcan. It's down to 9 internal structure. Medium laser into the left leg of the Vulcan. Then AC5 into the turret of the Vedette. Medium laser into the left leg of the Vulcan, critting on the lower leg. Medium laser onto the left arm of the Vulcan. Then finally, the LRM 20 lands with 16 missiles, 5 going into the front, destroying the Vedette. The Vulcan took 20 damage, plus it took a leg actuator hit. It falls down, takes 4 damage to its right leg. Then the pilot also takes a hit. Neato. Okay. This isn't quite as hopeless as I feared, but it's not looking great either. Really is not looking great. Okay. So Phoenix Hawk hits the right torso, crits on the AC2 ammo, which causes it to explode. Caps to 20, but doesn't really help it too much. It still destroys the center torso, and it goes boom. That's unfortunate for that Vulcan. Okay, so that's 2 down. I need to destroy 3 more, and that's it. Okay. This could be a lot worse. I fully expect for that Shadowhawk to hop over my Shadowhawk and try to shoot him in the back or something. Sorry. Their Phoenix Hawk to jump over my Phoenix Hawk. I think I said Shadowhawk. Oh, nope. He just jumps away. That's all. All right. So we'll fly off the board, and then we'll come back in a couple turns. That's going to be great. If we're still alive. Oof. All right. Having bad pilots just sucks. Doesn't feel good. All right. Well, you're flying off the board. It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see what happens. All right. So the Vedette puts a couple of fragments of AC5 into the aft. The Cataphract misses with everything. The Flashman missed. The Grasshopper missed. Warhammer hits with both the PPCs, one into the left side, one into the right side. Phoenix Hawk puts medium laser into the left side, machine gun into the nose. Other Phoenix Hawk missed. Shadow Hawk puts 3 fragments into the left side. Then the Overlord puts PPC into the Phoenix Hawk's left leg, another PPC into their left torso. Then a large laser into the other Phoenix Hawk's left torso, and a medium laser into that Phoenix Hawk's left arm, medium laser into the Phoenix Hawk's left leg, then lands 12 LRMs into the 1K, doing 5 to the left torso, another 5 to the left torso, and 2 to the right arm. The 1K took over 20 damage and falls, taking 5 damage to the center torso. Because, boom. All right, and we end up losing initiative, unfortunately. I think I'm finally getting to the point where I can see a few of them. Is that Phoenix Hawk running away? The Phoenix Hawk is running away. That is quite nice. All right, here's to hoping. Aha, he made it. Isn't that great? Man, it is rough trying to fight through this many woods. So the Overlord leads off, hits the Warhammer in the right torso with a PPC, misses with both large lasers, misses with everything else. The Vedette hits with 3 fragments into the left side. Our Warhammer misses with everything. The Flashman hits the left side with a large laser, then the left side with another large laser. Cataphract misses with everything. The enemy Warhammer hits with a PPC into the nose. Wolverine hits the aft with 5 AC5 fragments. Phoenix Hawk miss. Shadowhawk hits with AC5 into the left side, and then also hits with 3 dead fires, putting 5 into the left side and 1 into the aft. Then lastly, the Shadowhawk missed. How many turns do I have to last? 12? No, it was just destroy or cripple them. Cool. Cool. Well, that's nice. We super lost initiative. Great. Maybe I can do something to make them notice something else more. You know, like these mechs. Oh, man, I really don't want to risk on a 5. This is less than ideal. Well, the Overlord puts two PPCs into the Phoenix Hawk 1K, one into the left leg, one into the left torso, destroying the left torso, blowing off the left arm. This is a good place to start. And then it puts a large laser into the Flashman's left torso and missed with everything else. The Vedette puts 3 fragments of AC5 into the left side of the Overlord. Flashman puts a large laser into the left side and a large laser into the right side. The Warhammer puts 2 PPCs in, one into the left side, one into the aft. Oof. Then our Grasshopper misses with large large laser. I don't think we've hit with anything yet, aside from our attached forces. The Phoenix Hawk firing at the Overlord missed. Wolverine missed. Phoenix Hawk hits the Dervish in the left arm with a large laser. So at least we pulled some stuff off of the Overlord. The Shadowhawk missed. Other Phoenix Hawk missed. Other Shadowhawk hits with an AC5 into the left side. And then LRM hits with 2 Deadfires. It's down to 17 structural integrity. Not great. That left side is wide open. I don't think we are going to be winning this one. We lost initiative. We'll do that. Looks like the Phoenix Hawk ran away, so that would put us to 3 mechs, or 3 units that we have to deal with. Sorry, 3 units that we have dealt with. We would need 2 more to win. So we'll go ahead and target where the Shadowhawk is for a nice, happy little dive bombing. We're down to only HE bombs, though, unfortunately. So we'll just drop the last 2 of our HE bombs and hope for the best. Well, that's annoying. All right, let's see what happens here. So the Stingray only hits with one of the HE bombs, unfortunately, and does 10 damage to the Shadowhawk, doing 5 to the right arm, critting on the hand and the upper arm, then another 5 to the center torso. Not the best results. And then the Vedette puts some flak ammo into the right side of the Overlord. Warhammer again misses. It still hasn't hit anything. The Flashman into the Wolverine hits with a large laser into the left leg, a large laser into the right torso, a medium laser into the right arm, and a medium laser into the left arm of the allied Wolverine. The Cataphract hits the Shadowhawk in the center torso with an ERPPC, but misses with a longbow. The enemy Warhammer puts PPC into the left side of the Overlord, down to 12 structural integrity, then another PPC into that left side, down to 7 structural integrity. Our Grasshopper misses with everything. The enemy Wolverine firing at the Overlord also hits into the aft with a couple of fragments. The allied Wolverine misses. The enemy Phoenix Hawk 1 misses the Stingray. Our Phoenix Hawk misses. The Shadowhawk firing at the Overlord hits into the left side, 6 structural integrity remaining. Then, it sounded 2 structural integrity after some more rounds. The Orion missed. The Overlord missed with everything. And then the Overlord is destroyed. So, yeah, that was us losing. So we now get to type the very sad thing of /defeat. And then we have to confirm it. So the Phoenix Hawk did manage to kick the Wolverine in the left leg, but the Wolverine also kicks the Wolverine in the right leg. Well, that was unfortunate. We just lost our very first mission, lost the crisis. Yep. Yep. That was less than ideal. Okay. Well, our contract is not off to an auspicious start. Not at all. Not at all. Well, on that super happy note, I've been streaming for almost 4 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I think we'll uh, we'll meet up next time. The next stream, I'll shoot to stream on Monday. There shouldn't be a reason for me to not stream on Monday unless something crazy happens, like I get the flu again. But hopefully, Monday evening stream, we can see what happens here. I'm hoping that this contract doesn't end in absolute disaster, but we shall see what happens. Uh, but yeah, yeah, not too crazy of a stream today. We had a nice successful contract conclusion. We did some housekeeping, and now we are getting rocked, but that's fine. I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of the night. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Keep an eye on Discord, on Blue Sky, on YouTube, all of those places. That's where I'll put any updates if they are going to be happening. If there are any new videos or anything along those lines, you can also keep an eye there. If you've been watching on Twitch and you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you would follow the channel. If you really feel strongly, then you can always subscribe to the channel as well. Every little bit helps, every little bit counts, and I would really appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel and then give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, leave a little comment down below as to what you would like to see done differently. And otherwise, take care. Until next time.